Hi, everybody. This is Tom with Chap, and today I want to talk about casting. And the term I'm using is identity. So, this is sort of from three angles: the theater casting the actor going for a part, and audience members having their ideas about what this part, what this character should look like. So, let's take Raul Julia. Amazing. So as Gomez Adams, he was glorious, just incredible. The two films with the sequel probably being better than the original, which is amazing. Um, the character Gomez Adams was a cartoon in the 30s, and in the 1960s, in '64, um, those characters were given names. I think a few of them had names, but the rest of them got names. And Charles Adams said, I gave them names because I liked the way they sounded. So Morticia, Mortician, Pubert, Pugsley, he liked the way they sounded. And he liked the way Gomez sounded. And he was played by John Astin brilliantly, a white man. And then in the 90s, Raul Julia builds on what John Astin created and brings his own special flair to it. And he doesn't make the character overdone. He doesn't make the character a stereotype. He just brings his own Raul Julia-ness into it. Now, we didn't really care what ethnic background the Adams were before. And there are very few references. I mean, Gomez says our Cossack cousins are this or that. We're sort of led to believe that maybe he's from Spain, something like that. He keeps his accent. He always kept his accent. He's from Puerto Rico. He played everything, though. He played Aristotle Onassis, who was Greek. He's played Italian. He's played everything, all with his particular accent. Fantastic. Because most of the characters he played, the ethnicity was not a huge part of who they were. Now, with Gomez Adams, we've run with it, and we have decided that this character, who just happened to have a Hispanic name, first name, we have decided that we loved Raul Julia so much that this character is Hispanic. He has Hispanic roots and so forth. And as the series progressed, that was part of who that character was. All because of Raul Julia and how incredible he was playing this part. But the part didn't require that. Do you see what I mean? Certain parts do require what is your ethnic background, what is your makeup. That part does not require that. It's a fantasy character. It's not a historical character. When he played Aristotle Onassis, we know that he's Greek. The name says it. Everything about him says it. He adjusted. Now, that was great casting. The question of identity doesn't really come up much because we don't really care about the Adams and what their background is, which is funny because the Munsters came out the same year and people really wanted to know, what were they? Dad's a Frankenstein. The son is a werewolf. The mother is a vampire. How did that happen? Did that matter? They were just Halloween characters. It doesn't matter. So next is actors. Actors, why are you going for parts that are not what you look like? I don't mean everything, but I mean, why are white actors going after parts that are Asian? Why are white actors going after parts that are for black people? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I had a young friend come and tell me that she wanted to be in a Little Shop of Horrors, which was great. And I said, oh, Audrey is a great character. And she's like, no, not Audrey. I want to play one of the girls, the chorus. Well, the chorus is black women. The names are Sherelle, Ronette. There's a structure to the way they are. And I said, there's only one part for a white girl, and that's Audrey. So it's that or nothing. Oh, well, there's no black women in our area. Really? Maybe that's true, but why would you take that part? It's not for you. Eventually, that part is going to have to come off your resume because people are going to question it saying, why did you take this role away from a black actress? It's not good. It's not good. There's a play called Yellowface, which is a fiction based on true events that happened to that Asian playwright. And We'll go more into it, but the story is about casting an actor in a role who is Eurasian. He's of mixed Asian descent, who was just a white man. Now, there are many actors of mixed Asian descent that could have fit that role. Why didn't they get a chance at that part? Now, it was a big show. Now, I think the reason that they give is that they had to have a name. They had to have an actor that was known to get tickets sold. That's a whole other problem. But I'm telling you, people have a hard time getting parts as it is when you've decided, casting people, that they don't fit. So you're just going to cast a well-known white actor. Maybe they're well-known in your area. Maybe you've decided that part isn't necessarily have to be that background. Why? Why are you whitewashing your plays? It's a bad practice. The world is not whitewashed. Don't do it. And audience members, why are you writing emails and criticizing how actors look? Don't do that. I believe there is a thing in the Latinx community about what people think people should look like. And it's very long, but it's like they believe Puerto Ricans look like Cubans. They believe Cubans look like Mexicans. They believe Mexicans look like Indians. They believe Indians look like, and it's ridiculous. And they believe all these places only have one look. So if you're Italian, you look like this. Well, Madonna's Italian, but she doesn't look like her brothers, who look very Italian. Why? She dyed her hair blonde. She's still Italian, genetically. And there are people in Spain with blonde hair and red hair and all kinds of things. And in every country, there are different people. Now, if you cast someone in that role who can't do the role, I mean, if you cast someone, and actors, I'm back pointing at you. If you're taking on a role, maybe you're a sandy-haired person and you're very pale-skinned and you're playing someone from Spain and you were born in the UK and you have a British accent. And there's something about this character other than the fact that they are Spanish originally that goes with the plot. But the character has lived in Spain, so they have a little more knowledge than the other characters about this particular plot point. If you mispronounce all the words, you're not selling it, and you're doing it a disservice. Understand? You know, UK? Why do you say paella? It's paella. Stop saying that. It's wrong. You're mispronouncing the word. And on down the line. If you're in a show and you're playing a character that has a background, pronounce the words correctly. Get the history. Do your research. There is a movie I like that has Haz Sleeman, who is amazing, and it's called Breaking Fast. And the story is of a Muslim doctor, a practicing Muslim doctor, who meets a man he wants to date. But he meets him on the first, or right before Ramadan. And if you don't know about Ramadan, Muslims fast from dawn to sunset. They don't smoke, they don't gossip, they don't have sex, they don't make out. That's the basic rules of Ramadan. And the man he meets is a white man who speaks Arabic. So the plot is not all these problems about culture clash. The white man understands what's happening and what Ramadan is, how long it is, and the only thing they do in the story, he said, I haven't reviewed it recently, but I don't really need to because the point is he says, my family was stationed there when I was a kid for 5 years, 10 years, so I speak Arabic. Period. I understand what you're doing. I speak Arabic. And a few times in the movie, it's played for laughs when the very supportive family meets the guy. They're like, ooh, white man who speaks Arabic. They say this in Arabic behind his back. And he answers in Arabic, I heard you. And that's all we need. So if you're having a play, I need to go to the next play. A friend of mine had a play where there was a Middle Eastern character, and they cast a Middle Eastern actor, and the play was about some sort of discovery, some sort of invention, that the Middle Eastern character is sitting with a bunch of other government officials from various countries. He says, you know what? This invention, if it gets into the wrong hands, they could turn it on us first, Middle Eastern people, and then they'll turn on all the other people they don't like, Africa, Asia, blah, blah. And they lost the Middle Eastern actor who was supposed to do this part. He moved away. Now, they had already paid for it. They wanted to do this socially relevant piece. They moved ahead, and my friend asked me, he's like, of the actors available in our tiny area, there's a Mexican actor, there's a black actor, and that's kind of the only guys that are available. What should I do? So I just call the character Mexican. I'm like, no, that's not the plot. That's not the plot. And the fact that this character saying this is Middle Eastern is important to the plot. You just need to get in front of it, tell the playwright your problem. We're deep in the middle of rehearsals. This thing happened. It's tragic. And we're going to cast, I believe they cast a black actor. And we're going to give him a line. When he says, they're going to turn this on us, the other character goes on us. And he says, yes, you see my face, you hear my accent, but you don't know my identity. My grandparents are from Iran, so I know what I'm talking about. I speak Farsi. I am Persian by birth. Half of me is Persian. Just because you see what you see in front of you doesn't match what you think someone from Iran looks like, don't let us dissuade us. Let's get back to the point. That's all you need. That's all you need. It's not an excuse, though, to cast someone inappropriate for the part. And it's not an excuse for audience members to go, your actor isn't Muslim enough. Your actor isn't black enough for this character. You know, you didn't criticize. Remember when the new Little Mermaid came out and everyone criticized because the mermaid was black? And it should be Ariel. She should be a pale white girl with red hair. Really? Wasn't that actress incredible in that role? Wasn't she amazing? Why did it matter? Why did you do that? And why are you doing that in theater? Unless the person cast is completely wrong from the part, mispronounces all the words in the part, then stop criticizing. You don't know what countries look like. Raul Julia to us looked Puerto Rican, but other people look Puerto Rican that are blonde, that are black, that are this, that are that. Don't criticize. You know, did you criticize him as Gomez Adams when it wasn't someone who looked like John Aston, a white actor? No, it's Raul Julia. You know it's going to be amazing. This amazing Shakespearean actor who did incredible variety throughout his career. Yes, play Gomez. Make our little hearts explode with rainbow glitter, rainbow dark glitter, like a little goth. That's a little too much, but who doesn't like that movie? Especially Addams Family Values. It doesn't matter what the background is. The real background of those actors is they were playing those characters. And that was a movie with incredible actors. Obviously, I'm really attached to that film. But think about identity. Get in front of the choices you make. Make good choices. Don't make dumb choices because you have an actor that's known in your area, but he or she is completely wrong for the part. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sell tickets another way. Find the right people for the part. Try as hard as you can. Look far and wide for the people that are perfect for those parts, ethnically, background-wise. Get as close as you can. And the parts, the characters that really don't matter what they are, even what sex they are. You know, this can be played by a woman, this can be played by a man. It doesn't matter. This is a character that is not the lead, where they have to be a certain thing. Just don't do it. Okay, we're going to talk about more about casting and casting mistakes, miscasting, and disasters. That'll be fun. All right. Please like and subscribe. I'd like to grow this channel. Share with a friend. Share with a young theater maker. Show young actors how to think more. Show theater makers how to think more broadly. And show patrons we're doing the best we can. This is what we're trying to present to you. We thought about this part. We thought about this casting. Go with it. Okay. Thanks. See you again.